Hello guys and girls, you join me in the DS7 Crossback, and today I'm meeting up with a good friend of mine to get his opinion on the car. Now, the DS7 is aimed to be a more premium car, and it's designed to rival cars such as BMW, Audi, Mercedes, Land Rover, well, Range Rover, and so forth. And the reason why I want to get my friend's opinion, Steve, the reason why I want to get his opinion, not only is he a fan of Range Rover, he also works for Jaguar Land Rover, and he owns a Citroen C3. Obviously, Citroen is owned by the same parent company as DS. So I really want to get his opinion on whether he would have one of these instead of a car such as a Range Rover. So anyway, time to hit the road so I can meet him. Haha, and you join me at Malden Hall Park. What's that all about?
West side.
G for life or whatever. So yeah, so I'm with Steve. You might recognise him from the channel. He's been on the channel before. We had quite an extensive
It was extensive, yeah.
So extensive, yeah. I had to make the video into
twice.
3 parts.
Yeah, oh, 3 parts.
Three
yeah,
parts,
nice.
yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So I've got Steve with me. I've got the car as well. So let's have a walk around. Right. So Steve, what's your first impressions of said car?
Right at the beginning, I love it. You can take that away, put the 4 O's on it, and you've got an Audi Q5. Yeah, it is quite Q5-y, isn't it? It's exceptionally Q5-y. But I love the way that it looks. It's a lot more modern than the thing next to it. I don't like the alloy wheels. I think the alloy wheels cheapen the exterior of the car.
But they're overkill. They're 20 inches, and frankly, I think they're a bit too overkill, and they're begging to be curbed. They really are.
They are, and most companies offer some form of protection insurance for them as well, but not a lot of people take it up. But you're looking at £100 an alloy wheel refurb, and that's a lot of money to pay out 8 times in a year, because you will do them twice each.
Exactly. Now, I want to get your opinion on something that lights do. Some may argue it's a bit gimmicky, but I think it's quite cool. Probably best if I lock the car, like so. If you stoop down here, you get like a little light show. Give it a few moments. There we are. It's like a disco ball. Your thoughts?
they're still what?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how much DS or Citroen have paid for that to actually work, but I think the money could be better spent elsewhere. To be honest, I think that's a little bit ridiculous.
I quite like it, but yeah, I'm ashamed to say I like it because it is quite gimmicky, but it's also kind of cool in a cheesy way. It
is, but I just don't understand what does it offer to the car?
It's style, it's avant-garde, it's chic. Anyway, let's get in the car, let's go for a drive. Now, it'd be interesting to get your thoughts, because obviously you work for Jag Land Rover, and you own a Citroen C3. I know Citroen is detached, well, DS is detached from Citroen now. It's a standalone brand, but they have the same parent company, so yeah, it'd be good to get your thoughts. So, firstly, what do you think of the interior?
I like it. I feel sorry for the cows that have died. But yeah, I like it. It's nice. It feels kind of almost premium-like. To be honest. The one thing I have noticed that I would like, though, if they'd re-spent the money instead of doing the lights that do the Twizzly thing. Yeah. Alcantara headlining, or maybe a panoramic roof instead, would have lifted this to another level.
So you can get the panoramic roof on the top of a range model. Yeah. However,
how much is it as an option though on all the others? Is it about £1,000 or something?
I would have thought so. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head, but we're good to go, aren't we? I do like panoramic roofs. However, more often than not, they cut into headroom. And sometimes you get some SUVs which are perfectly good at offering a good amount of headroom in the rear. You slap on a panoramic roof, and before you know it, it's only good for children or adults of an average height. Yes, someone of our height,
yeah,
you'd get in and you're sort of crammed and you have to hunch over. So panoramic roofs are great, but yeah, they can be a little bit troublesome as well.
I like them. I just think it's very dark in here.
It is quite dark in here, yeah.
I wish they'd done it in like ivory or something lighter would lift the interior a little bit. I feel a little bit claustrophobic at the moment, I have to say.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have electric seats, which I don't like.
No, so you would get that on the higher spec models.
Right. Okay. So where does this sit in the model range?
So you've got four trim levels. You've got Elegance, Performance line, which is what this car is, and you've also got Prestige and Ultra Prestige, just in case normal Prestige isn't quite good enough for you. You've got to have Ultra Prestige.
Is the beeping thing telling you that you're going too fast, or is it recognising the signposts?
Speed cameras, yeah.
Wow. Can you disable that?
You know what? I don't know, but I would have thought you could. I quite like it because I hate speed cameras, and God forbid I set one off. So I definitely keep it locked on for sure.
Does it have navigation in as standard, or does it connect via your phone and you just use Waze or
you can do both.
Google Maps?
You can do both. But navigation is quite nice. You've got this massive 12-inch touchscreen. Does
it extend all the way?
No.
So it just stays the same.
So you have to put up with that rather thick bezel.
Yeah. That's not bad though. I don't mind that. It's better than the one in my Citroen.
Yeah.
So they've raised the bar with that.
Yeah, exactly.
And everything is controllable via touchscreens, or do you have to touch the hard buttons at the bottom?
So it's all touchscreen, but these buttons they're touch sensitive.
Yeah.
The only one that you can physically press is that hazard button.
Oh right.
Because obviously, if the system's off or you're parked up and the ignition is on,
I know.
You need to be able to hit the hazard button, of course, in case of an emergency. Now, this has got the active scan suspension. So what that basically is, you've got a camera behind the rear view mirror, and it scans the road ahead. So if there's any bumps, undulations, potholes, that kind of thing, the car is able to react to it and give you a more comfortable ride. It sounds quite gimmicky, but I really do think it works. But I'll let you be the judge of it as a passenger. I'll tell you what, let's go down here because there's a few speed humps down that road, and you can give me your expert opinion as a passenger. So I know we aren't taking these speed humps at a ballistic rate, but your thoughts? Oh, you're not convinced, are you?
Not convinced at all.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry.
Interesting.
And of course we get stuck behind a Wagoner.
Yeah.
The ultimate biddie-mobile.
Don't know, I think the Honda Jazz takes that crown.
But at least the Honda Jazz is a little bit engaging to drive.
I've never driven one actually.
You said to me last night when you asked me if I wanted to come out and do this, you said you'd let me guess the price.
Yes, I did. So, guess away, good sir.
35 grand.
Oh, well done, sir. You are literally £10 out.
No, 34,999. Yeah. 34,990.
Yeah.
No way. Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Have you been doing your research?
I swear I didn't look at a single thing before I came out.
Right. But this model is just below 36,000 because you've got the optional paint, Absolute Red, and you've got the optional alloys. So those two combined, they're about £1,000, give or take, all in. I like the colour, but I wouldn't have the alloys because, as I said earlier, they're bound to get curved. And if you go for the 19s, you'll get less tyre noise. Not that these tyres are particularly noisy, and the ride would be a little bit better as well. But yeah, I do like the DS7 Crossback. I don't think it's quite got enough to.
Is it going to take anybody away from the German brands to buy it?
I don't think so.
I like it. I don't want to slag it off, but I like it. But I wouldn't buy it. If I'm honest.
It's a funny one because I like this car, but if I were on the market for a car like this, I wouldn't buy it either. There's nothing directly wrong with the car. Maybe a little bit too pricey and maybe a little bit too niche, but for me, I want something that gives a higher driver engagement. This car's wonderfully comfortable.
Yeah.
but it's not what I'd really be looking for.
If you put it against the vehicles that we sell, at my work, for example, you won't get a new one because they cost too much money. However, you will get a 3-year-old top-of-the-line Range Rover Evoque with all the latest trim, the Range Rover badge, the golden green oval plastered on the car, or you'll get a 2-year-old Discovery Sport. And the Discovery Sport is an amazing drive car. It's got 7 seats, it's got a huge boot, it's got everything that you could possibly want, but you're not buying brand new, you are buying a couple of years old. But it just depends on what you want. But I think for the people who are looking for this, I'm selling you the cars now. My name's Steve, I work for Land Rover in Battersea. Come down and see me. Yeah, I'd have one of those, I think. I don't think this would do anything to entice me out of it.
Steve, your overall thoughts on the DS7?
I like it, but I wouldn't buy it. It's a curiosity that I would have to go in and see and drive if I was in the market for one. But I don't think it would offer me enough for £36,000 to have one of these. I'd rather have a 12,000 mile Range Rover Evoque because it says Range Rover. He's biased, of course. But it says Range Rover on the front and nobody will question what you're buying.
True.
And no one will go, what's a DS?
Yeah.
Sorry, DS.
Right, so sum up what you think are the good points about this car.
It is aesthetically pleasing to the eye. When you see it, it's a head turner. And on the inside, I actually like it. The seats are very comfortable. It's a good drive. I like the way that you feel almost in a cockpit, like the Range Rover Sport. So everything is set up towards the driver, which is nice. I like that. You get the paddle shift gears if you want it, which I like. And I haven't sat in the back, but the back
space on the back is good, mate.
And it's got a good boot.
Yeah.
It's just got the wrong badge.
Yeah. And finally, your bad points.
I don't like the wheels. I think the money is spent on that twizzling headlight thing, which could be better spent elsewhere. If you're trying to break into a market, you need to do a car that people come in and go, does it have this? Yes. Does it have that? Yes. So it ticks 99% of the boxes. And if you're going to have to spend £1,000 on wheels and paint, then that's not really what people want to do on a new brand into the market like this. And I don't care what you say, I still would have stuck a panoramic head roof in. Yeah. It's too dark.
Fair enough. Well, Steve, thanks for your time. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe to Car Obsession. If you are subscribed, then don't forget to click that bell icon, so every time I make a video, you get notified. But until the next time, I'll see you soon, guys. Take care.
Peace out.
What he said.